Hey guys, and welcome back to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. This week's ROM hack recommendation is a ROM hack called Super Mario Bro Up, which is a ROM hack of the first Super Mario Brothers game for the NES. Now this I think is very special. I can't demonstrate it that well on the Analogue Pocket because I don't have a dock for the Analogue Pocket. It's very fun one player, but this game really comes to life when you are playing two players. So before we get into today's video, guys, if you're a regular on the channel, then welcome back. If you're a new subscriber, hey, then welcome to the channel. And if you're not already subscribed, then a subscription and a like is super appreciated. It really is the best way you can help the channel. And remember, you don't have to play this on the Analogue Pocket. Play this wherever you do your retro gaming, whether it's on a MiSTer, whether it's on a PC, whether you're actually playing this on a NES. As I always say, the important thing is we are having fun when we are playing these old games. Okay, so here I am. I'm playing two players with one of my kids. Now, my kids aren't known to play Mario games, so I was like, Daddy wants to do like some two-player stuff. Can you give Daddy a hand? So here they are helping. Not that I'm very good at Mario Brothers, but they're new age gamers, so they're not really used to the old games. But this is a hack of the original Mario Brothers game. It's made, so the hack was created by someone called NES Drogue over on romhacking.net. You know, I get a lot of my ROM hacking files from romhacking.net. Very good place that hosts loads of ROM hacking files. Now, this comes alive two-player. It's got unlimited lives, but when one of you die, then both of you kind of have to restart, which I felt it could have been made a little bit easier if you had the option when one dies, you just kind of come back into the game. Hopefully that's something that will be added to an update, because I would like to complete this with my kids. Now, one of the things about this game is it's tricky. It's kind of difficult. Like, it's got, like over here, like you cannot get that if you jump up. You have to wait for that to come down. But if you were to jump up, those are invisible blocks there that kind of resurface. But this game is a lot of fun. Like, I didn't have too much luck playing it one player. Like I said, I was playing it with my kids, and it was hard for them because obviously they're not used to playing it. But if you and your homie grew up playing the Mario Brothers games, then this game presents an excellent challenge. Let's go over and have a look at some of the one player aspect of it, so we can kind of move along and have a look at some later part of the games. Now, I didn't get too far on this. I found the difficulty quite hard. Like I'm okay at the Mario games. I played them a lot when I was younger, but being older now, I can't play them to the level that I used to. I don't have the patience or the time to kind of practice and get good at them. But if you are a hardcore Mario fan, then this is really good. Plays really well on the Analogue Pocket. I've also tested it on my Android device, the MiSTer, and on RetroArch. Plays flawlessly wherever I have tried this. Okay, so here I am trying it one player, and I was having a lot of fun, but it's quite difficult, and you have to think about what you're going to do. So if you start here, for example, you can't smash that block because you're a small Mario, but you can get the mushroom, but you can't jump up on that kind of outline so that block surfaces there. So this game requires some planning and some patience as well. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but it definitely is a tricky Mario game, and I think, like, if you and a buddy that hardcore played Mario and you want a challenge, then this is definitely a game that will provide that to you. Now remember, you have to have like a thinking approach. You have to remember you can fall off at any time, so pay attention to like the surrounding. That wasn't the edge of the screen. I fell off there, so be careful. And when you start off as small Mario, as you do in like all the Mario games pretty much, and you want to try and get that mushroom, and sometimes the mushroom's a little bit far away, so you have to go and kind of earn it. Now here I am trying to do a run, I'm feeling good, and I completely forget by jumping up that block's going to surface and it's going to whack me straight into that Goomba. Okay, so here is a sequence here. You realize, okay, you jump, you get the first block, you get an invincibility star. That kind of makes the rest of your run a little bit easier, but you're kind of pressing for time. You're rushing along because you don't want the invincibility to run out, and you really could use the invincibility on that, because there are things just waiting to attack you at any given moment. Just when you think things are okay, you get whacked out. But just a little bit of background on Mario Brothers. So Super Mario Bros. was developed by Nintendo and released for the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System, in 1985. The game has like the two brothers, Mario and Luigi. Now you couldn't play two players simultaneously in the original game. It did have a two-player mode, but it was like the games we had in the arcade as well, where you couldn't play two players, but when one of you died, then the other player got a turn. I never kind of used that mode. It didn't really make much sense to me, but I'm pretty sure maybe some people did. It was a fair way of actually, oh, you know, it's my turn, can I have my life? But I generally found like playing these games with friends, we were okay just kind of sharing a controller without ever having to use like the two-player mode. Now if you remember like the original Mario, when you get the warp, you kind of hit a top block and you go near the top, so you can try all that stuff in here and it does lead to interesting results. Again, always hit that brick block because you don't know what you're going to get. It just makes the rest of that level easier, and there's quite a few of them hidden around, so you want the invincibility. As soon as you're at the level, that invincibility is gone, and here I am. I've finished the level, and honestly you get a great sense of satisfaction when completing a level in this ROM hack. Like I would like to try this two players. Maybe I'll do it over RetroArch, or maybe I'll do it with like a local friend, someone that's maybe on the same skill level as me, because as much as I enjoyed it with my kids, like they were just dying too quickly and too easily. So as you can see over here, to do this one, see if you can kind of work it out on the screen. It took me a few goes, but we'll have a look at the solution, see if you can work out from here. So see that block, you've got the two outline blocks. It's the one on the left that we need to hit, because I found out the hard way. I went and got that block up there, and then when I finally got to the top, I realized I can't get into the pipe for the exit. Okay, so once I knew that solution, I was like, okay, I've got to do this correctly. And being small Mario, your head's a little bit smaller, so you need to kind of run up and make sure you get that jump perfectly. Now if I remember Mario, you could run across the small gaps, but then a few times I got hit by the piranha plants. So there was an invisible block there. I got the star. Like I said, the star just makes it really, really easy. And because I've already activated that block, I was able to get past this part of the level. A few times I got up there and I didn't actually activate that block, so I fell straight down. See over here again, and you're going to get a lot of that in here. Let's have a look at some of the later parts of the game. Well, not massively later, but a little bit further than where I am now. Okay, so later, this is just world 1 one level after that, and you get that, I can't remember now, the undergroundy levels. I don't remember like the colors like this in a Mario Brothers game, but it's been a while since I've played one, but I honestly don't remember the colors. So obviously it's mixed up, it's remixed quite a bit, and yeah, like I'm scared along the way. I haven't figured out how to hit those bottom blocks. If you're playing this ROM hack and you know how to do it, then let me know in the comments. And then like the newer games, you can kind of do that drop, you know, the little butt drop that he does. And these guys, they kind of proved harder to avoid than normal. I was able to do it. Okay, so in order to do it, I just had to just charge in there, run over it. But if different approaches that you try, you think, oh, let me dodge it. But sometimes like rushing in and just charging ahead and jumping is the best solution. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes you have to wait and be very, very patient. So yeah, man, like this is really, really good. Do let me know if you check it out. Let me know if you are completely like getting through this easily and not having the difficulties that I am having. Yeah, here you go, we've got our underwater levels as well, and again there's some tricky parts in this as well. Okay, so here's the level. I kind of like this, and this level reminds me a lot of Super Mario Land on the Game Boy, one of my favorite ones. So you're kind of rushing through, you've got like the fishes just popping up and going for you. Now if they land directly under you, it kind of counts as a jump on them, so you can kind of get past them that way. But I do like the level variation, but again, this is a game that keeps you on the edge all the time. Now I wish if I got further in two-player just to see the chaos, and you know, you're gonna get that thing with two-player where you're probably gonna get some rivalry and some annoyance going with your friend or your relative, whoever you're playing it with, because if they die you have to redo that part again. So you guys really need to be in sync with one another. You know, it can start that thing where I had done it, I got that far and you have let me down. And when I got to World 2-3, this is where I just thought, let me give it a wrap. However, I did create a save state on my MiSTer should I want to go back. But I got here and I thought, you know what, I've filmed enough for this video. I think I spent a good like 40-50 minutes playing it and dying a plenty. Okay guys, so this is it for this video. Do let me know what you think of this ROM hack. If it is something you're going to try, a link to the ROM hack files will be in the description of the video, and it is a ROM hack of the original Mario Brothers game, and a Mario Brothers game that was a commercial and a critical success. I like it the way it was. I remember playing it young when we were young. One of my friends could actually do like a large part of the game with his eyes closed, just because of the amount of times or the time that he put into the game. There was a time where I think he got his NES with like Super Mario 1 and Duck Hunt, so him and his brother really knew the Mario Brothers game. But that's really it for this ROM hack recommendation. As always, keep your recommendations coming in, because a lot of the time I am actually playing games that you guys have demonstrated, and often they're very good and I like them and I feature them on the channel. But that's really it guys. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, like I always say, a subscription and a like really is very helpful. I'll see you guys around in the next video. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.